Why, hello, YouTube. It's been a while. How is everybody doing? Well, I thought that this would be a good time to return to vlogging. I actually looked at my last video. It was 8 years ago on YouTube when I was a young pup of 32. And now I'm making a quick return to YouTube because I tell you what, I have a lot of updates to give, and I have a lot of thoughts to share, and why not? Why not? Um, I'm titling this video Relentless Vulnerability. And the reason why is because the very reason that I have left YouTube for the past 8 years is that after a while of posting videos, when I first started the vlogging process, it was just putting my thoughts and ideas and vlogging and whatnot into the dead air, into, YouTube. And that, when I first started, it was like 15 years ago. So I'm talking back in 2006, 7 area. I was vlogging, and that was back when YouTube was not really like a huge thing, and now it is a freaking huge thing. I mean, I remember going back to the San Francisco YouTube convention when they first started out. It was like the one tube or whatever thing, and you can see the video I made of that in my old videos and stuff. But yeah, relentlessly vulnerable. So the reason why I left for a long time is I felt exposed. I felt like everybody was watching me, including my family. I shared with them my link, and I have no problem with them watching me, of course. But as it is with human beings, we don't like feeling vulnerable because, like, emotionally vulnerable. Here are all the parts of me. And for a long time, I didn't want to feel uncomfortable like that. I didn't want to feel like exposed to the world, to be judged and whatnot. But as I've gotten older, I found that, for one, the judgments don't really matter, what people think or say about me as a person or anything. It's people are mostly concerned about themselves and not so much the person they're viewing. So I think of it as people will look at other people and see reflections of themselves. So it's like you're walking around looking at mirrors, and that's how it is being a human. And that's probably how I should make these new YouTube videos, is what it is to be a human, what it means to be a human in 2021, and almost from a perspective from someone that's not a human, but I am a human. I'm not like an alien or anything, I swear. I promise you. No. So yeah, after a long time being vulnerable, the second reason is because I said the first reason was, of course, because just not wanting to be exposed, but also I found that yeah, the first reason was nobody's really thinking about you anyway, so don't worry about it. Second is the big thing, right? Being vulnerable is how love is created. It's how friendship is created. It's how we find connection with other human beings. So it is absolutely necessary as being a human being. You have to share the vulnerable parts of yourself, such as like what you're afraid of, how you feel throughout the day, what your philosophies are. The deepest parts of yourself are just there as a means of connection with other people. And YouTube, for me, back in the day when I was vlogging, it functioned almost entirely of just it functioned as a replacement for socializing, because I've always been a major loner, you know. But it functioned as my community, you know, and community is something that we need in our society nowadays because we don't get it, you know, sitting alone in our apartments, going to get groceries once or twice a week, you know, going to work, you know, and just saying, "How you doing?" "All right, I'm fine." "Okay." And then that's it, you know. We're missing so much of what we as hunter-gatherer humans were meant to be as social creatures, you know. And so it's good that we have things like YouTube and all the other different video sharing platforms. So that is what I wanted to say, primarily in consideration of how long I've been away from blogging. You know, I have done some blogs, and I think I'm gonna set up a blog. I have them on two different sites, so I gotta kind of get them together, and I'll post it on this YouTube channel. And I had thought about like making a brand new YouTube channel and just being like, nobody knows me, you know. But you know, nobody really watches me anyway, except for the old school diehard fans, you know. Diehard fans. I'm not that famous, but anyways, now got that over with. That's what I wanted to say about the whole relentless vulnerability. We have to be relentless in being vulnerable and being willing to feel uncomfortable being vulnerable, right? We have to be allow ourselves. A lot of living today in these years is teaching yourself to endure discomfort. You know, almost everything in life is all about enduring discomfort. Because if you do everything that your body tells you to do, you'll just be feeding the flesh, you know, with drugs and booze and sex and whatever, you know. And it's just gonna be it's gonna be empty in the very end. And you see that with all these celebrities, you know, particularly like Robin Williams and Heath Ledger, and most definitely Bennington of Lincoln Park. They really, they seemed like they were fine. And you know, if we just let the superficiality of being famous and all this type stuff like become the basis for how you view yourself, then I think that we're going to end up in the same place. Particularly, you know, males in this day and age, we're conditioned to not want to talk about our feelings or emotions, and we're conditioned to sort of just always be strong and okay no matter what. And when it's not going well, then we feel that there's something innately wrong with us, and the only way to fix that is somehow just die, you know. And that's a sad part of reality. I think that's what's happening with these celebrities. And I was really upset to hear about Robin Williams, particularly because I've always loved his comedy, and for that matter, I loved Bennington's music on Linkin Park as well. But anyways, I wanted to get to the second part of this blog, which is just updating you guys on what I've been doing. What I've been doing around here. So right now I'm living in Portland, Oregon, again. As you might remember, back in 06, 07, I lived in Portland right after the military, and there I was like, I was working at Intel, and right now I'm working at Intel as well. You know, I during